guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So I'm just gonna sit and do an art journal page. Uh, I've been requested to use the distress crayons a little bit more, so that's what I'm gonna do. This is just my moleskin art journal that I do a lot of my art in, and that's about it. I hope you guys are having a great week. The week before Christmas. I can't believe that Christmas is here already. I know I haven't been around in a while, and I apologize. I just got so much going on right now, and I just don't know where my life is heading. So I'm trying really hard. You know. So I'm just gonna vlog while I do this and play, and we'll see what happens. So these are the distress crayons. I got these off of Blitsy, and Blitzy's having like wicked sales right now into the new year. They have the distress crayons, they have the distress markers, they have the distress ink pads, they have the Delusions paints, and oh, what are they called? The Delusions ink sprays. If you're familiar with those. And if you're not familiar with Blitsy, really quickly, you can get every possible craft or art item that you ever could think in your head, they sell. They sell Mod Podge and glues and paints and ink pads and stencils and paper and journals and all the, I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's like the religious journaling that people do. Scissors. Oh, geez, oh, Pete, what else? Like I said, paint, stuff to make jewelry. I mean, paintbrushes, pens, pencils, blah, blah, blah. All kinds of stuff in every brand you could think of. I'm going to put the link to Blitsy down below. Like I said, they have all these things on clearance right now, all of these. So go check it out. Okay, so that's it. So this, like I said, is my art journal page, and I did not gesso it. I'm not going to gesso it this time. I'm going to play and see, because we're going to make it a little mixed media. So, you know, just going to play. So I always like to go light to dark. So I'm just going to take some yellow, and I'm just going to kind of lay it down in different places, even different shapes, because it'll just give you a little bit of a difference. And that's all you do with these, is literally lay it down. You all know my joke for that. If anybody knows who Rat is, if I'm giving my age, I apologize. I know Dion knows who Stephen Piercy is and Rat is, but hey, that's a lifetime ago for me as well. And I'm just, like I said, just scribbling it on in different, just kind of things. It has been a rough month. I have so many things that are happening, and I'm just tired, and I just hope that we can make it through all that. However, one wonderful, beautiful thing I want to say is, and those of you who do not know my family's story, December 10th, 7 years ago, we lost my 19-year-old son. And it has been devastating. It has changed our lives, affected our lives, still to this very day. And I know there's quite a few of you out there who follow me who have been through a similar experience, if not the same experience, where you lose a child, and it is absolutely devastating. So my daughter was 14 at the time, and it just blew her world apart. And she was here. We were out looking for my son, and she was here when the 4 cop cars came, because he died in the next town over. So those cops had to come as well as our cops. So 4 cop cars and 4 cops came to the door. She was here alone. She answered it thinking maybe they found him, maybe he got arrested. And they asked to use her phone so they could call us, and it just proceeded from there. And I know I have so many new people subscribed to my channel, and I'm so blessed. I saw my number count the other day, and almost I just like wept. I just cried, because I just feel so blessed that people actually want to come listen to me and see what I do, and just it just blows my mind. And it honestly is one of the things that have kept me going this December, because we have been hit with a lot. And this is one of the things, my YouTube, that's kept me going. Um, so anyway, so my daughter was 14, blah, blah, blah. And she tried to go to school, go back to school after everything was kind of a little bit calmer. And between the kids and her PTSD and all that has affected her, she just couldn't. So we decided to homeschool her, and we homeschooled her for a while. And then it was just banging our head against the wall. She would not finish. She just could not, she could not focus. She just could not, she was a mess. Anyway, this past week, for the last 2 months, actually, she's been studying for her GED. And this last week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, she went and took all 5 classes, her tests for her GED. And she got 2 college credits, and she passed. So she finally got her GED, which isn't the same as her high school diploma, but it's pretty close. And it is a big deal in our family because she chose to do it herself. She's finally, when she makes up her mind to do something, she does it. And she did this on her own, studied, went and did it. And it's the same when we wanted her to get her license at 16, she wouldn't do it. And then she finally decided at 18, I'm going to go get my license, and she did it. So it just really, to know that she put her mind to it and that she did it and that she's took another step forward means so much to our family, because it has been devastating. And I'm not here to do blah, blah, blah. That's not what I'm here to do. But it's just, that has been a big thing, going on in our life this week. And it's just been wonderful. So I'm beyond proud of her, because her life, it's so funny, because when you're devastated in your family, whatever devastates you, whether it's a death or, or a loss or illness or whatever it is, as an adult, you take it, and it takes your life away. It changes your life, puts you on a different path, all that kind of stuff, and it's one thing and it's devastating. And, I still cry every single day. But when it's your child that's affected by this as well, it's really, really hard, because I don't want her to be devastated and locked in her mind on that day, and afraid and fearful and all these things. You just want better for your children that are left. And it's hard, and that's a whole other video. But to see her move forward is just such a blessing at this time of the year. So I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm going in with just some water, and we're going to see how this reacts just with some water. Now, I don't have gesso down, so remember that. And remember, these are distress. Okay, so the water isn't going to do anything, and I'm not hating on it. It's okay. I think I'm going to take some gesso itself, which is white. Now, if you don't have gesso, I have a recipe for gesso. I will try to link it at the end of this video. If you don't want to learn how to make gesso and you don't have gesso, use your white folk art paint or your white, acrylic paint, whatever you have. Use it, because that'll do the same thing. And what I'm doing here is just going to mix some of this up. Now, did I do myself a disservice? I might have, by putting this on here with no gesso. I'm going to go in on all the yellows, but it'll just add a tinge. Nothing is a mistake. Everything can be fixed. I wanted to play with these and do this in a way without having to gesso, but obviously I have to gesso. And that won't be not a big deal. So now I'm just going to throw this on here, because that stuff is not moving on this paper. Now, when I used it on the printer paper, it was fine. But on here, it's like, nope, not doing it. So we're just going to throw some of that gesso or white paint or whatever color paint you want. And we're going to do it over. It'll take 1 second and will not be a big deal. I wet my brush just the slightest to kind of help this smooth along so I don't have to necessarily put any more gesso out. I'm very cheap. I'm cheap and easy. I don't like to waste stuff. Like this breaks my heart that I have to put that color, but you can see it's going to come through. So it's going to add color anyway, just not what I was going for. Okay. So don't do that. use something, like I said, as a base. And I'm going to dry this just real quick. But sometimes this happens. I'm not, you know, by far, I am not a perfectionist. I'm a progressor. Progressor. I like progress. But progress before anything, you know. Or I always say progress instead of perfection because I don't think I've ever done anything perfect. I will be completely honest. Okay, so now this is basically dry. Let's start again. And this time I'm only going to do one at a time. And I'm going to use my fingers and smooth it out. And then take just a little bit of water and move it around. There we go. See how we're moving it around? I want that watercolor background. That's why I'm kind of, you know, tripping and wanting this blue on here and these colors. So I'm just going in where I was, and I'll go in for the blue first. And I'm just gonna a little bit. Now remember, these are distressed. You're not gonna get full coverage, you know, because they're to look distressed. And look how, see the difference on the gesso, how that smears so nicely. It smears. And I'm going in with some pink. And you don't have to go in the same places, you know. Okay. So I'm going to be making some Christmas cookies today with Emily. I'm going to make some pizzelles. And she wants to make, her favorite are the, we just call them peanut butter with the Hershey Kiss on top, Hershey Kiss cookies, but I think they're called blossoms or something, peanut butter blossoms. So that's her favorite. And I'm going to dry this real quick. So we're going to make those pizzelles, and she loves, I make these orange cookies with icing every year. Although I'm a chocoholic, but I do enjoy the orange, and it could be lemon, whatever you like, cookies with the icing. There's something, I don't know. I think maybe my mother made them when we were little. I don't know. I have to ask her, and it brings me some sort of comfort. I don't know. I just like them. I just like them. My mother made certain things that, and I don't know. Let me know down below if this happens to you, or if this has happened to you. Like, my mother made certain food, obviously, when we were growing up. My mother cooked every night. And she has certain foods that, like, to this day, I crave still. And, like, I want her to make. Because it just reminds me, or I think about them, and it just reminds me of, you know, being little and eating, you know, dinner and loving them. What was your favorite thing your mom made? Now, my mom would make, she would make these calzones back in the day that had meat in them, and cornmeal in the dough, and meats and veg, you know, like peppers and onions, and oh gosh, sometimes sausage, you know, but ground beef was much cheaper. And just, she would make them and a little sauce, and it was so good I craved them. And she can't find the recipe or quite remember what was in them. Which, you know, okay. And but those were one thing. And then she made things that I hate, because I get very bad migraines, and I think I'm gonna do. Should I do it this way and do it long ways? I always get asked to do, because you don't have to always do pages like this or together. You can do it like this. Maybe I'll do it like this. So yeah, so she used to have I used to get migraines violently. and sometimes they were clusters, sometimes I still do. And she would make, these are things I can't even think about or smell. They automatically make me throw up. Excuse me for being gross, because it just reminds me of that time, because when I would get migraines, or when I do, I throw up. Tuna casserole, ugh, gross. I can't even think about it. It makes me sick. I can't think of chicken patties because I would have those at school and I would always get sick when I had them. I'm going to do a cat, I think. And I think what I'm going to do is start here. I think I'm going to do a thin neck. And then just kind of bring it. It's one of my cats. It's fat. Yeah, so like that chicken, the chicken patty things. Oh, my sister still eats them to this day, like the frozen, and I have no idea why. And the tuna casserole and ground beef. I do not like ground beef. I will eat it in, sound like Dr. Seuss now. I will eat it in spaghetti sauce. I will almost eat a meatball, but I do not like ground meat, ground beef, or ground turkey. I don't like anything ground. Sam, I am. No, I don't know. Oh, see, I got some paper coming up there. Okay, so that's kind of what we're gonna go with that. And then I'm gonna do the hand. Let's do a fat head this way because my cats are all fat. But yeah, so let's just finish it off like that. And then his ears. I can always change, you know, anything I want. When I'm doing this, I think I'm gonna do his little nose here. Now my daughter gets migraines like me. That would be his little tongue, and these will be their little cheeks. Hello, little cheeks. And then kind of like cat eyes here. And this is like one of my odd cats, like that'll go, you know, I like playing around and doing them. So that's kind of what that is like. And then I think I might do 2 wings. I don't know. But yeah, so like I said, my daughter gets the migraines as well. So anyway, do you have any foods from your childhood that you ate that you cannot stand, like to this day? And what are the ones, what is like your favorite that you remember growing up that your mom made? It could be spaghettis, it could be lasagna. My mom used to make lasagna all the time. Killer lasagna, delish. And yeah, so let me know. I'm very curious to know what you guys, you know. And who knows, maybe I'll pick a winner, get back on the winning streak for you guys. And I got everything, all my Etsy orders and all my stuff that I had to mail out is mailed out. So I'm clean. Unless I forgot something that I told you and you didn't get a chance. If I told you something I was going to mail you and you didn't get it yet, write down below, you know, email me, all my information's down below, Facebook me, because honestly, I apologize, and don't feel bad like saying, oh, I'm not going to write her. Please do, because I feel worse knowing that if I forgot something or somebody or people, that it would make me so sad. Do you know what I mean? So please do that for me if I did. A couple of you did write me, and like I said, I apologize, and I got it out, but it's just, oh, God. All right, so I'm just painting, you see it. Now, I just use my pen to draw, which I've been doing lately. This is the Bic Velocity, and it doesn't smudge, as you can see as I'm putting this on. I might have wanted it to smudge, but, and I'm just painting over the, where the heck did my camera go? It's like, girl, you're talking way too much. I know people are going to give me that comment. All right. but it is what it is. If you know what, if me talking helps one person today just feel like, you know what, maybe maybe I'm not as crazy as I think I am. Just because I've been so crazy, then whatever. People can complain about me. I don't care. I really don't. All right, let's make our cat. I think I'm going to go in with, this is patina, but it's like a bluish green. I think I'm going to go in with this and then do a darker on the outside. Yeah, and I'm just taking a brush. I just pull from here or I pull from the lid. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. Now, see, I should have thought ahead because I should have used my, not my stiletto. What is it called? Stabilo. Jeez, oh, Pete's Kelly. Or a pen that kind of smeared because it would have been, you know, a little bit smeary and gone. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit in the tail. Now, look, I'm probably not going to do it. I'm going to tell you what I think would be cute. If you do something like this, and I probably won't do it on camera, but once you're all done and everything, you can sit and doodle in all these like areas. And how cute would that be? I really love the look of the background. That came out really, really good. I'm going to use that a lot more, I think. You know, so I'm just going to go in a little bit here. I think I'm going to make the face different colors. Go in a little bit with the ears. Maybe make them different colors. Now I need a darker color, like maybe purple or, I could do pink. Let's do ultramarine blue, dark. Dark, darling, dark. Maybe I'll put this down here. Just a squibble. And then I might need a smaller brush. I just want it to kind of blend. That might be a little too much, but we'll see. I'm going to clean my brush off a little bit. See, now you can see I cleaned it off and left it a little wet because I just want it to blend a little bit. The same thing. Holidays are hard. I mean, they're hard for people for a million different reasons. You know, like there's no one reason why it is hard. Do you know what I mean? Like I know it's hard on people. I know when you lose, you know, a significant other or something like that, the holidays are so hard and you lose them near the holiday, you know, which is so unfair. Whatever holiday you know, you celebrate. Um and it's just so unfair, you know. But you know, so I don't mean to say, oh, mine, you know, like I said, everybody's is, you know, it's just crappy. I'm just gonna put a little in here. I wanted to do like little feathers hanging off. I don't know if I will in here. You know, so please, like I said, my heart hurts for you no matter what kind of pain you're going through. Maybe a lot of us suffer from chronic illness, which is enough of a sadness. You know what I mean? And y'all know I know that too. So it could be anything. And my heart is with all of you. I love you guys so much, and you guys really are just wonderful. And thank you. I'm gonna keep all my Christmas cards together. I'm trying to. And I want to thank all of you guys. Thank you if you sent me Christmas cards. Oh, such a nice surprise. I really appreciate it. I really, really do, and I love them. Margaret, I remember yours. Angie. Oh, who else? There's a couple of them I have out there. I'll make sure. That's why I didn't want to thank anybody now because I'll forget. Because I just can't even remember if I peed this morning. You know what I'm saying? Um, Tell me, am I the only one? But yeah, so I can't remember everything. Can't remember. Okay, I think I'm gonna go one ear dark. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna go in with my patina one more time, and I think I'm gonna go in smaller brush just to kind of blend this area in a little bit more. Nothing too major. I'm just going over and blending. I'm gonna keep that a little lighter there because I'm gonna go down, I think, the nose with the dark blue. But you can see, like, even if I go in here, you can still see the dark blue, you know, so if you go too much or whatever, no big deal. It is no big deal. Go in here. Oh my goodness. I don't know if any of you are in Australia, okay? I don't know how many people watch me from different than the United States. I know I have UK and United States. Anywhere else, let me know down below. Or just let me know down below. I don't care how many times you comment. I love reading them. Let me know down below where you're from, whether it is in the United States or not. But there's this show called Wolf Creek, and it's like a horror show. It's from the movie. It's based off the movie. And oh, we watched last year. They played it here, but now the new season has come out, season 2. Oh, we started watching it, and I am just in love. So if you are familiar, or maybe you're in the States and watch it as well, let me know. And like I said, if you want to comment 6 times because you're watching this and it's a longer video, and you want people, I know people always say like, "Oh, I feel bad if I comment too much." No, don't feel bad. Do it. I love it. And like I said, sometimes I'm going to be honest. I owe a lot of I'm not even hearting all the comments because it's just I just have been having a really rough time, and I'm reading them as they come up on my phone, you know, and sometimes I forget to go back and heart them, but I am reading them all and all the questions, and I'm going to get to all them. But so don't, you know, I know a lot of you are like, oh, I feel so bad. Don't feel bad asking a million questions or leaving a million comments. I love it. I love it. All right, so I'm going to go in with the dark. And this is, you know, if you pour some paint out and you pour too much, I have been known to scoop it back in. And that's why I like to pull it out a little bit, to pull from here so I don't contaminate that so much. Because I will scoop it back in my container. I sure will. Because I'm cheap, and like I said, I hate to waste. Okay, so I'm going to rinse this. I'm going to get some black. Take some out of here. Do a little nose. And an oval. Kind of do this. Kind of do this. Okay, I want to kind of keep those white. I also got some, what's it called? Let me answer here. I also got some new products from Plaid that I'm going to be doing some stuff on, so I'm excited for that, to show you guys some new products. Not necessarily, you know, people think, oh, you don't have to go buy it, just to show you. Yeah, none of that. Okay, so you see I did it dark. Gotta put his little eyes in there. But I want to trace it dark. Do you know what I mean? So even with the blue, just kind of like sketchy almost. You don't have to do this. Where did my black go? Oh, Jesus, go. Use a pen. Use whatever you have. Sometimes I like the dark kind of outline. You know what I mean? I don't know why. Sometimes I do. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I think I like it because it's almost like I'm illustrating, which I'm not an illustrator, and please don't take that for what I'm saying, but it's like, it's just a different kind of, you know, kind of look. Give him little whiskers, his little mouth, do his little tail. So I kind of like, you know, just that kind of sketchy look. Makes me feel fancy. But like I said, you don't have to do this. You could use a pen with it too, a marker. I just didn't have anything sitting here. So, and that's what I like to make it look like. I got to do a little white in there and a little tongue, but you know, sometimes I like to do, wipe some of that off, just do cute little eyelashes. Alright, it's all right. Get a little white gesso while I'm sitting here. Make sure my brush is cleaned up. So anyway, yeah, Wolf Creek, loving it. I'm a horror fan anyway. My husband and I are. I know people get grossed out by that, some people, but we are. We wouldn't hurt anybody. Oh, some of that black's going in there, so it's going to be some grayish too. Okay. Yeah, so just really enjoy the horror movies. Always have, but we would not hurt a fly. Little dots. And once he's dry, you could put a little highlight in his eye, you know, just playing. Just playing. Now watch what I'm going to do with that blue. I'm going to take a clean paintbrush. I'm going to scoop it up, and I go like this. There you are, baby. And I see. And then I'll take whatever's on my brush. I'll go to another page. Oh, glued. Are we glued? Are we glued? And I will just do this. And then leave that sitting there. So that's just our little cute little thing. Now, like I said, you can do it with your distressed too. This might be still wet, but you can go in and do, you know, dots or smear in if you want. Maybe you want like some maybe yellow highlight going in, and you can go and work over this with these because you're not going to be putting anything over them. You know, so you definitely can go in and play with those. But like I said, you can sit and doodle or do dots, whatever you want. So thank you for sitting here listening to me go on and on and on. Like I said, I'm trying to get myself together a little bit. Like I said, leave me a comment. I do have giveaways coming up for the new year. I've been putting them aside. I have a lot, and I'm very excited and I'm very happy to do giveaways for you guys because I just love you guys so very much. So please share me around. I really appreciate it. If you enjoy my videos, please leave me a thumbs up and click the bell next to the subscribe button. and subscribe. Please subscribe. And then click the bell to be notified when I upload, which is usually 5 to 6 times a week. This past month has not been that, but I'm trying. And share me everywhere. I do appreciate it. Leave me a comment. Leave me questions. All my social media is down below. You can follow me anywhere. You can email me. All that stuff's down below. And I really love you guys. I'm so appreciative, and I'm anxious to see what your answers are. So I look forward to that. As always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. And progress, not perfection. That's what I was trying to say earlier. It is fun just to sit and just play like this, just to get your mind off things. And I'm telling you, I'm digging this watercolor look with these distress crayons. They are freaking fantastic. Go check out Blitzy. The link is down below. These are fantastic. But listen, if you have Neo colors, if you have gelatos, if you have any of those, it'll do the same thing. So go try that. I love you guys so very much. Mwah! I will see you guys in my next video, and you all make my heart smile. Trust me. Bye, guys.